Hit the streaming, hit the streaming, hit the streaming, and 3 seconds live, 5 seconds. All right, and we are good. We are in vivo. We are present. Naotic isn't saying anything, but it's okay. All right, with that being said, I don't know what song that is. How the fuck do you find that song? I know it's from the Flat Putin thing.
Yeah, and then the song was based off of a hentai that
Yeah, it's from the bro. Don't even get me started. I know this. I know this hentai. I've just once for research purposes only.
Idataki Seiki.
Yeah, because you said that, and I was like, I think that's a hentai. Like
I was like, damn, that's even better.
I'm sure I've tried to like type that into my
No.
my search box, thinking like, how the hell do you spell this shit? Bro, I just realized. So since so you know how I made the thumbnail, right? And I put Walter like
Yeah.
kind of at the corner.
It's how the core. Yeah, it's fucking.
Yeah, like
Yo, just
because
peeking at the end.
no,
Corner.
because the way that I set up my little like channel, little like if you guys are watching this on the screen at the
Yeah.
bottom right, you can see like my little icon there of just my eye, and my eye is right in the middle of fucking Walter's face, so it looks like he's like a cyclops. But and anyway, that's neither
Oh no.
here
Anyway.
nor there. Oh no. Anyway, so Nathan, what are we doing in this game? What are we doing in Dark Souls 3? I almost said 2. What are we doing here?
Souls grind while we talk about the underrated movie Prometheus.
Okay, so explain what you mean by underrated, because when I see Prometheus, I don't think it's underrated at all.
I mean, it wasn't like over the top wild.
No, I mean like
It had a really good peculiar story.
when people say underrated, it usually like sort of means that there's an air of like not a lot of people have seen it. Like
No,
like a movie
not
like
a lot
Good
of people
Time.
have.
Prometheus,
Yeah,
really?
it's because it's not really like because it wasn't advertised as like much as Alien was. Alien was the one that was overhyped and it was very like heavily criticized. But
Uh-huh.
because Prometheus had a whole level of like meaning and art according to it. Because I was also hearing out the director's commentary and screenwriting
For
about the
Prometheus or for
behind
Alien?
everything. Prometheus 2 is they called it Alien Covenant.
Prometheus, yeah, but that'd be so dumb if they called it Prometheus too.
Because it's after a Greek meaning.
Yeah,
Prometheus.
because Prometheus was the guy who brought fire to humans.
Yeah.
He stole fire from the
Yeah,
gods.
that meaning. Yeah, we're gonna get into that topic about the whole that ideology, how it immersed. But yeah, let's get into
Well,
it.
we can start off. We can start off like that. So, what do you know about the Promethean legend? I know like kind of like a little bit. There's Ronan.
Well,
Let's
like
go. Andrea's here as well. What's
the
happening, Andrea?
the real. What's up, guys?
Fuck you mean the real?
I'm
It's
doing
fucking
well.
mythology.
No, but like the movie or like the fucking the background of like the whole
Of
ideology
the
of
Promethean
Greek
legend,
mythology.
what the movie is title is based off of. Like what's like
Well, bringing what like you said, how he brought like fire upon
to man.
humanity
Yeah.
to man, and how it because for that reason, because like I like how that reflected off of like the story, because humans were basically looking for their existence in creation, the way of life,
Mm-hmm.
and why they were meant to be there, and also the way they evolved. And turns out that the movie Prometheus was also like the title was also like a not only a metaphorical term from like the Greek story, but also like how the story reflects on how what happens at the end, how the gods us humans call them, and we also call them engineers, that the ones that created man.
Wait, they
created life, and
engineered
they had, like,
humanity.
Yeah. Well, we're trying to look for answers, and then based to our knowledge, they had they had similarities, same human characteristics, same DNA. Apparently, I thought that was cool in the movie. So basically, if you don't know about this movie, it's basically a prequel to all the Alien films, like right before Covenant. Covenant's the one that's before Alien 1.
So it's right before.
Yeah.
Because I haven't seen
Alien.
I haven't seen Alien Covenant. Play Among Us. Why why is the dandruff account commenting? Talk about interracial sex. I mean, being a minority, a minority myself, I have a stake in the interracial sex commentary. Oh shit! I almost got shot at. At
Hold
least
on.
mention.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry to interrupt, but hey, I'll be right back. I gotta get a few things.
Dang, you gotta wipe your
I-
ass. It's all good. You know, sometimes.
All right, guys. This podcast has been brought to you by the Jazz Folks. Spider-Man 3.
Don't even put on. I got. Hold my jazz. I'm gonna go into the other room. I guess we're listening to jazz now. All right. Oh, whatever. I have questions. Yes, Ronan. I see you. Yes, interracial sex. Black.com, if you will. If you feel so inclined. All right, you are noticed. Shit. I want to know who's commenting on the dandruff account. Probably Carlos or some shit, but fuck. I guess we're listening to jazz while Nathan goes and wipes his ass. So I guess this is my time to take the stage and fully have your attention. Oh man, I was gonna go off on my interracial sex tirade.
All right. No, really, I had to wash my hands.
Dang. What were you? What the fuck? Interracial in the movie? Oh, I know what you're talking about, Ronan. We'll get to that. That's the only thing Ronan cares about, the interracial the interracial coupling that happens in the movie. But
Wait, with Idris Elba?
Ah, you spoiled it. Idris Elba. Yeah.
I just referenced an actor. I didn't see what happened.
We'll talk about it. But anyways, Nathan, since this is your movie pick, go ahead and give us a synopsis. Give us what happens in the movie, just so we have a thing we can base off of.
Okay. First of all, I want to point out, I hope everyone's doing okay out there. It's been a rough week, and I hope everyone's doing okay overall. Yeah. We have the election going on and everything, so we'll see what happens.
We're gonna elect these nuts. Got him. Huh? Oh. Sorry. Wrong Discord chat.
Elect Kanye's nuts.
Oh, because y'all wanted to vote Kanye. This is what y'all get.
I was praying. I was praying.
I said
okay. Anyway.
Oh fuck.
I said a quick prayer. So the whole Prometheus is, like I said, it's a prequel to Alien trilogy.
Okay.
And I like how it's directed by Ridley Scott.
Oh, it was. I was gonna ask.
Created the lore.
I was gonna ask that.
That was the guy who, because he's the one that just brought the the sci-fi to the world, along with bringing fragments. But he did have lore, but he just didn't want to bring the answers. So he's trying to pull that wait till we see the end or when we see all the answers. So Prometheus is basically like the origin of it all, of how aliens came to be, and how men discovered how they have evidence. Yeah.
The xenomorphs. There we go.
Yeah, the xenomorphs and how they evolved to their existence. So I thought it was a cool idea that he brought and how he wrote that in, and it wasn't very descriptive. It was just like it was all show. You interpreted what's going on. But when I listened to the director's commentary, it really said everything, explained, and really made so much sense. It's crazy. So what happens is, our humanity's under question about our existence and how we came to be, and this religion really made up. Is this is supposed to be in the future, and we have enough technology to go and interstellar travel, and this is like the beginning of Wade Industries or something like that.
It's Wayland. That's what it is.
Wayland, there you go. Wayland Industries. That's the one that's referenced to all the aliens. That's the one, that company that was decided like Elon Musk's shit. He decided to put a lot of money towards NASA and explore.
Space exploration and shit like that.
Yeah, space exploration and interstellar travel, which is really cool. So what happens is we find evidence in this movie that there is proof that there's carvings that humans came across other beings, and I thought that was cool, and that they have answers and maybe coordinates to one place.
Yeah, because in the movie they find the fucking the
they
caveman
find
drawings.
Signatures. Yeah, they find signatures that have the same atmospherics, but when they ride to that planet, the shit's all destroyed. The atmosphere is different, but when they reach to the vessel that these creators were in, they in that ship, that atmosphere is similar to Earth's, and a lot better actually, and it has like a whole like it had an atmosphere of like better than the rainforest and better than Earth.
Yeah, in the
So
movie,
it
the
was
oxygen.
unbelievable. Yeah, the oxygen was a lot better. They can breathe perfectly, and then yeah, until Also, I like to point out that Michael Fassbender's character is my favorite, the AI, because
Good.
it's really
David,
I yes,
and then later
David's really
Walter.
awesome, played by Michael Fassey. Yes, well, yeah, Walter's another model played by the same actor,
Yeah.
and maybe because himself. But anyway,
Hey, yo, who has
yeah,
it?
he she, look in the mirror. But what's it called? Yeah, so men are so advanced at this point. Let me back it up a little bit. Men are so advanced to the point where they can create our artificial intelligence at this point and synthetics, and
Yeah,
they're able to
synthetic
create
humans.
models, they're looking like us. And I like how in the commentary, if you hear there what they're saying in Ridley Scott, they're saying like they like to reflect how creation is, like if God created men, and the way we create is the way that reflects how God is reflected onto us, and that's hence why we create and why we're full of art, because we have what's part of Him in it. But he wanted to put that to a twist in this ideology and fiction, where he's like, the reason why they're so destined to create is because they want to create life and create so much things, and that's how it becomes a domino effect, how it keeps going and going, how everything evolves to different creations. So when the AI signifies that men can create something that's beyond, that can be full of, that can, it could jeopardize the universe to corruption.
Yeah.
So when they made the AI, David is kind of like a sus dude.
Yeah.
Towards like the middle and end.
It was just weird too,
'cause-
because in the movie, the humans made the artificial intelligence that goes to help them out. They made Walter, so I guess it's just kind of like that might have been why this is the connection. Because in the movie, the engineers are big fucking white dudes that are like buff as shit.
Yeah, I was gonna get to that. Like they're the main creators apparently that created humans and
Yeah,
other
but they try
beings.
to kill humans though.
No, but that's because they thought, because of their barbaric nature and how their intentions, they saw through them, and that's why their eyes are like that, because they can basically use the fourth dimension to see people.
Oh, is
and
that?
and later on in the that was the whole lore. If you hear the director's commentary, because they unveil they unveil like a lot of like secrets, what their intentions was if we didn't catch it, just in case. But to keep the excitement, people they said they don't recommend hearing it out because it doesn't want to spoil it for you. But that was a whole explanation, because a lot of people wanted answers since like Alien came out in the 80s. So they unraveled that, and then so what happens in this movie, they find these beings, and then they find one alive.
The engineers, right?
Yeah, they find engineers. They find like dead bodies because something happened. Something happened to the ship, because like it looks like they were planning to do something. They have all these vessels, and they came across it, and they can't touch it. Only something so advanced beyond humans can. So they use David, the AI, because he's more understanding and more he's more complex.
He understands he understands the
Yeah.
engineers of humanity's like fucking language somehow.
Because this AI is basically like of course double times better than any human, because he was able to learn their language like throughout the years they're on voyage on the ship. So what happened was, what I thought was really cool was how David was in the position where he was questioning his existence, and how come he was
how come he's
how come he's unable to create but men are able to create. And then he comes to question like, what then these so-called humans that think they're gods, let's put that to the test. And then he starts doing these this sus shit. He wants to like experiment, and he has like no like feelings of right and wrong. So he's just straightforward towards the answers, and he'll get it eventually. And so what was cool is when they found when the humans found like one of these dead bodies, these characters. I like how like they tried to do a test on it, and they found out it was able to bleed, able to feel, able to react. And when they were dissecting one of their heads, because they were able to do carbonite it or freeze it, it was alive for a moment, but something happened because it had a
That's
host,
something in his fucking
like a
brain
disease.
or some shit, which makes the fucking
something was eating
head
it,
explode.
And this is where it picks up the plot, like where I like how David even himself realized that the answer was like he's mortal after all, that these beings are not gods,
Well, yeah,
They were just
they created
yeah, just like
humanity, but they die
yeah,
as well.
just like humanity created AIs, they created humans,
But then
and then
that's the difference though, because in the movie, when they wake up the engineer, right? They find him in the
mm,
ship or whatever. They wake his dumb ass up. He gets up, and like the first thing he does, without fucking question, he rips David's head off, and fucking smacks him
yeah,
around with it. So,
yeah,
but I think that's the difference though, because the engineers, right? The engineers of humanity, the people that they fucking find on this alien planet, they fucking they created humanity. The engineers can die. Humanity, we have the ability to, or like we're not immortal. So, but then you
yeah.
go further
But
down the
they have an
line.
ability to prolong their life though,
Yeah, but still,
because of their technology and power.
eventually they die though. But unlike
Yeah,
Walter, even though his head got ripped off, he fucking
he's still
oh
alive
shit.
though, because he's a robot.
That's what I'm saying. So we, in a
Oh, I'm at
sense,
Grand Archives, by the way.
fuck, I'm fighting a fucking spider thing. Shit, please stop. Yeah. Haircut? Nah, I didn't get a haircut. I'd never cut my hair. I don't know.
It's on a bun, and I
Yeah.
put it on a bun.
I hate having haircuts. I've been wanting to get like a trim for a minute, but
Bro, go short.
I don't want. I
Join
hate
the
short
club.
hair. I really hate short hair.
No, come back to 2012.
In 2012, I had long hair too. I've had long hair for about as long as I've been able to decide how I want to look. I hate having short hair.
I'm at Grand Archives, by the way. I'm by the bonfire whenever you're
I
ready.
know. Hold on. I'm fucking fighting a fucking spider thing. Pussy too. Yeah, I don't want to cut my hair. I hate having short hair. That's like the bane of my existence. But anyway, I think so just to give like context to people who haven't seen the movie, basically the movie is about these scientists in the far off future who they find cave drawings like, you know, that prove basically that some alien sort of ancient civilization, some ancient alien shit basically. Fucking killed me.
They have our same genetics, though.
Yeah, they were visited by these people, and so they're like, all right, so they get all these scientists and all these fucking whatever the hell. It's a Prometheus. I think it should be in the title on yeah, Prometheus movie.
Yeah.
But
Prometheus.
anyways, like the fucking they go to this alien planet. They figure out somehow through the cave drawings and the similarities in like how the planets and the cave drawings are drawn. They figure out where this like place is at, like where these people came from. So they go there, and then they find the engineers of humanity, the fucking big people. They find the aliens, but something's happened because on the planet it's fucking like desolate. There's nothing, and all of the engineers of humanity are dead, or at least so they thought. They find two. Basically, the first one, or no, they find one because the first one, his head like got chopped off or whatever, and that's the one that we were talking about where his head exploded when they reanimated it. And the other one was the one where they woke him up, and then he started fucking killing all the humans that like that woke him up. So
There's a reason behind it, though.
well, I don't know the reasons because I'm talking just in the knowledge, the knowledge that comes from Prometheus, because I feel like how you were saying, the lore is very deep seated in this shit. Because so I don't know a lot about Alien. I haven't seen the original movies, no cap. I was always scared of xenomorphs, so I said fuck that. But I have a shit ton of souls. But basically, from what I gather, I think because in the movie where they find while they're searching this desolate planet, they find these little like vases full of this black goo or whatever, and it's an ancient thing or whatever. So when they open the door, the atmosphere changes because now moving air is allowed in the room, and it disrupts the sort of catatonic state these like vases of black goo were in. So the black goo starts seeping out and it starts becoming alive again or whatever. And I guess in the movie it bonds with the fucking worms in the soil or some shit. I don't know. That was really unclear. Something like that. Whatever. But it comes back to life, and then it starts to infect the fucking scientists and shit. Like, there's one dumb part where the scientist, who's a biologist, fucking reaches his hand out and grabs the fucking shit, and
I like rocks. I'm a geologist.
That
I
dude-
like rocks. Fuck this.
yeah, I don't know, but anyway, so basically all hell breaks loose because people start getting infected, and then David, the android, is like real curious about just humanity and shit like that. He doesn't seem to have very much care for the humans that he's with. I mean, he's an android; he doesn't care about a lot of stuff. I guess he's void of feelings, apparently, because you think an android would be void of feelings, but in the movie there are parts where the person who created him like talks about how he doesn't have a soul. It clearly affects him in some way, so maybe there might be a more intelligent artificial life, I guess, in David. But anyway, despite that, all hell basically breaks loose, and at the end of the movie, everyone is dead except for David, the android, and what the fuck's her name? Elizabeth Shaw, who was the main scientist. And at the end of the movie, they take off on a stolen ship from the engineer, the alien people that they found on the planet. They take off, and basically Elizabeth and David are like, you know what? We're not gonna go back to Earth. We're gonna go find where these, I guess these ancient ancestors, the people who created humanity. We're gonna find where these people's planets are, and we're gonna like, I guess, find out what they're about and why they created us, why they are trying to kill us, or something like that. Because while they're there, they find out that the vases, there's a shit ton of those vases with all the fucking black goo that makes, I guess, xenomorphs or whatever the fuck. They find the ship full of that, and it was headed for Earth. Like, they were gonna go and like kill humans. Like, once the engineer that they woke up, he started killing all the humans, right? He said, fuck this, I'm out. And so like it showed on his like his trajectory or some shit that he was gonna go and fucking go to Earth and unleash these black goo shits everywhere. And the one that Ronan's talking about, the fucking my boy Idris Elba, he's in this. He's a pilot of the ship. He fucking crashes
Playing
into
the accordion.
Yeah, I was like, what the fuck? Why is he playing an accordion? Or like not an
He's just
accordion, it's like
vibing.
one of the octagonal sort of like whatever. But like he crashes the ship into the engineer's ship, thus saving humanity by preventing him from going to Earth with the black goo. But he also kills himself and the other two people. I thought that was a cool moment. But the interracial thing is because there is another woman, I forget what her name was, but she's played by Charlize Theron, and my boy Idris Elba was like, man, I don't understand it. Why? How come you come all the way over here and like talk about, I don't know, trying to get a man or some shit? I forget what he says exactly, but
He's like, he says, "Are you a robot?"
yeah, he asks her if she's a robot, and she like kind of gives him like a little look, and she's like, all right, be in my room in like 10 minutes, and she dips, and then Idris Elba's like, my man, or I was like, bruh, man had to shoot his fucking shot. Yeah, had to
In my
shoot
room,
his
10
shot.
minutes.
Yeah, basically something like that. I'm gonna put my sign down, or do you want me to summon you? I don't really care. I'm at Grand Archives.
Grand Archives. I'll summon you. Drop your sign.
Okay, cool.
Drop your pants, huh?
Whoa! I will do none of the following. Oh, let me change my sign right now,
Clip it,
because
clip it, clip it.
I'm a mound maker right now. Let me go.
Mountain maker.
But yeah, my boy Idris Elba, he shot his shot. He was like, man, no cap, I think you're a fucking android. And she was like, all right, I'll show you who's an android. And then I was like, mom boy. I was like, that was a fun moment for me. I was like, hell yeah, let's fucking get it. My boy Idris. I thought he was gonna have an English accent in this movie, though. I didn't think he would have like a
Hell no.
a southern drawl or what have you. But I like this character. I thought his character was pretty good.
Yeah, it was good. He was a good captain. He plays the captain, by the way, of the ship that is in charge of the whole vessel.
Oh yeah, and can we talk about the infamous like fucking like running in a straight line that fucking Charlize Theron does? Because everyone dies, so except for Elizabeth Shaw, the main woman, and David, the android, who gets his head ripped off.
He survives.
Yeah, but like, so the big thing when this movie was like coming out, I don't know when it came out, what year, but the big thing was like they're making fun of the movie because in one scene when the scene after Idris Elba crashes into the engineer's spacecraft and like it comes falling down. It's like the alien spacecraft is in the shape of a U, so when it falls, it starts to roll. And there's a scene where the main woman, Elizabeth Shaw, and Charlize Theron's character are running away from it because they're both on the ground and the thing's fucking rolling towards them, and it's fucking huge. But I remember a lot of people made fun of the movie because in this part, Charlize Theron, she runs straight. She never runs to the side or like tries to get away. 'Cause it's
What
a
would be like?
yeah, it's a U-shaped ship, but it isn't wide as fuck. It's like a ring, kind of like an incomplete ring that's rolling. And Elizabeth Shaw, she rolls out of the way. She rolls perpendicular to the path of the spacecraft, so she's able to fucking get away. But Charlize Theron fucking keeps running straight, trips, and is like, no, no, and she gets fucking sandwiched. So it's like, what the fuck? Why didn't she run sideways? When I was watching that, I was trying to see like, well, maybe I guess maybe she like maybe there's rocks on the side. No, she could have ran perpendicular at any point and she would have lived, but she's fucking stupid. I don't know, man.
Daughter.
I guess that's what Idris Elba does to you. Makes your
Makes you lose your mind.
Makes you lose your fucking mind.
I have effect on women. I may have effect on women on The Office.
I'm aware of my effect on women. Oh, I forgot. My password's still on Poppy John, bruh. from so long ago.
Dang, you can dox that password too.
I mean, whatever. we can always make a new one. Or I doubt people who really watch this are like outside of our friend group or outside of people that we do, or people that we know. If so, that's cool. But like I assume that it's a lot of people that we have that we know that's in our like circle. Yeah, fucking souls, bro. Poppy John. I don't know if you heard about Poppy John when we were doing it, but anyways, so back to Prometheus, right? So Nathan, I know this is like a movie that you geek about a lot because we haven't been able to cover this movie because
it's what embodies like an actual sci-fi film, and I thought it was really great. So
yeah,
there's more I gotta say to it, but
continue, please, please go on because this is more your movie. I fucked with it, I liked it, but in terms of like expertise, like I think you outclass me in that. You know what I mean?
What? No, I'm just giving my review.
Just fucking talk. Just talk about why you like it and the shit that you're geeked about. Because obviously you're geeked about it. So
I was explaining like most of it earlier about it, but yeah, and also what was I gonna say? So in this movie, in this film, this cinema, so towards the end, since you already you explained what happened and everything, I like how when they found the last engineer, and I like how it was also talked about in depth because of like why he killed him on sight, but because it really questions like, oh, maybe this is just like, a bad group of them that had like different intentions to like put hosts,
so it could be like
different planets,
sects, like different tribes, I guess, with different outlooks.
A different breed that's built different.
My sign is down, please.
I got it.
Thank
So
God.
it's the same people apparently, but because they killed him, the way Shaw, because she has just been done dissecting herself from getting impregnated from an alien.
Yeah, that was
dude
crazy.
That David implanted
that was gross.
On the husband's drink.
That was gross.
Yeah, when he said like big things have small beginnings, that was just the start of how, like, a peak of how aliens would evolve and how they transfer to human to human as hosts.
I feel that's like creation in general.
Yeah. So when he did that, it automatically, I guess this was his karma. When he did that, and then Wayland, the old dude, was still alive, the creator, and that was Charlize Theron's character's the dad as well.
Yeah, that was crazy. I didn't know that.
We're gonna speed run to the boss.
Oh fuck! I want to kill this person.
So yeah, and also it shows like how much Wayland treated David as like a son, because he's always wanted a son, and he
is that why? I got the hint that there was some sort of hey, Majin's in the bitch. What's happening, Majin?
Hey, Majin Tatsu, guys, go check out his channel. He's a good content creator, Chad.
Does he have a YouTube channel? I thought he only had a Twitch channel.
Yeah. And also a Twitch if you have it out.
I usually see Majin on Twitch. I usually get the notification. I'm just usually like fucking either at work or sleepy, but because my man's running on upside down time. But
Yeah.
yeah, go sub
Australia for the
Majin
future.
Tatsu the same way it's in the chat. He does good stuff. He's a fair bloke.
Good content creator.
Dang. Yeah, I didn't even know you had a YouTube.
Good breath.
Everyone's hopping on the YouTube train. Shit. I mean,
But-
fuck it, might as well.
But yeah, in this movie, she holds like the biggest grudges for like people because like how much. Oh shit! I didn't see that.
The Charlize Theron's character, right?
Yeah, she holds a lot of grudges because how much she's treated everyone more like his children than her.
Okay.
But because I guess he's extra hard on her. This is just a part of everything.
So it's,
but that's
so it's
why
some kind of like daddy issue
Wayland's
that she
always-
has.
Yeah, it's a big daddy issue
Okay.
basically. And then
I am
Da-
interested.
David was-
What? Oh.
Oh.
Oh, what? Oh, my
and
bad.
Wayland's always treated David as like a son since that was his creation for
Yeah.
a whole purpose, not only because to create AI, but also like to create a son. And he's even said in the beginning of the movie like, you'll be led by David, who's like a son to me.
Damn,
And then she has
I
that-
didn't even
she-
think of that.
Yeah, and she gave the audience and this hologram a look, like a dirty ass look, like
I didn't
whatever.
even-
And
I
was
didn't
like,
even see
whoa,
that,
why
yeah.
is she giving that stink face?
I didn't
But,
even realize.
yeah,
that makes sense.
Yeah, and it tells you, yeah. So it just her fucking legacy gone and finished after.
Yeah, so
that
she feels
roll
fucking
death.
like second best to a fucking android that her dad
Yeah.
built, you know?
So, yeah, but apart from all that, because of there's issues.
Caesar.
Oh, Caesar.
I didn't realize it was the
Caesar.
Eyes of March.
But because
Kaisar.
of that, it all connects towards like the why the alien fucking engineer kills him as
Okay.
well, because of the way Shaw went through going through the trouble to get that host out. And
Yeah, 'cause
because
she
he
gets fucking
saw
impregnated
the-
and she has to cut it
yeah.
out of herself.
Yeah, and because he saw not only like the humans' barbaric nature, but he saw like their intentions through their
Okay.
eyes and the way they were treating her, and they hit her. And then Wayland was so eager to know because he's like, we are gods too. We're gonna be gods. He opposed them to think that they were advanced more than them.
So
and
it
there
was a thing
possibility.
of like he like sensed somehow that their intentions
Yeah,
weren't
he's-
pure.
Yeah, you can see how he was worried and shocked when they kicked Shaw in the stomach or something, and then they
Okay.
saw he saw the AI. He knew it was fake. That's why he looked at it and like, oh, your eyes are too open, in a sense. So that's why when I watched
Okay.
the commentary, I was like, holy shit.
Is that what they
goes,
said in
like,
the
more
commentary?
depth and- yeah, they said something like that, and they're like
Dang.
he sees through their intentions and why he kills them. So he kills the AI because that's like, to kill the beast you got to cut off its head first. So the AI was dangerous. So he killed the AI and fucking smacked everyone else like
That shit was
nothing.
funny. He took the fucking like he ripped David's head off and like
Yeah.
started
Oh,
and he
oh.
beat everybody with it and fucking like basically kicked
Yeah,
the shit out of
he
everybody. But the fucking engineers are tall as fuck, like compared to like humans.
Yeah, apparently they're like 8 to 9 feet tall.
That's fucking tall as shit. And in the beginning of the movie too, I was like, what is this idyllic scene when the fucking engineer like eats the fucking black shit or whatever. I was confused on that. So in the
because
beginning
that
of the
was
movie,
the creation.
that was the
That
creation.
was the creation of like men and like the universe to like how they
What?
evolved. That's supposed to take place like literally the beginning of time.
What the hell? That's weird then.
Yeah.
Because in the beginning of the
But
movie,
also,
for people that don't know, the movie starts out with this engineer, this big buff Chad of a man, fucking character
That's what-
creation abomination bars, but basically he eats this like black shit or whatever, and fucking immediately starts like fucking and then he falls off the fucking he falls off into the ocean and contaminates the ocean basically or whatever with his like dead body. Also on
Yeah.
the what's going on in the game. Andrea wants to know what's going on in the game. I don't know.
Dark Souls, kill to get souls and points, and beat bosses and defeat enemies that stand in our way. And
And,
it consists with nothing but death.
Protect trans rights above all else.
We stand trans rights in this bitch.
Trans rights. It may be called the guy's time, but trans rights. Whoa! I was thinking about that too. I was like, man, is the title guy's time, is that too like exclusive? And I was like, well, hopefully people
Nah.
understand it.
If X-Men isn't, it's also
Well, hasn't there
I
been
guess.
controversy with like it being called the X-Men as well? Like, didn't
Nah,
in
they didn't
X-Men
have a valid
Apocalypse, I know in X-Men
Yeah, they
Apocalypse,
took it
fucking
literal.
Mystique was like, it should be called the X-Women or whatever.
That was Dark. That was Dark Phoenix.
That's what it was. Yeah, I was thinking about that too. Yeah, I was like,
Oh.
if it's unclear, we gentlemen support trans rights.
Let me get the shortcut. I'll be right back.
Hold on, I'm gonna kill. While I say trans rights, I'm gonna kill this woman. Anyways, no, stop, bitch.
What does Michael Scott say? I'm not being sexist. I'm being misogynistic.
Yeah, I'm not sexist. I'm being misogynistic. Fuck, these dudes need to leave my ass alone. Oh, the person who's invading is here. Oh, he killed me. Whatever.
No.
The X gang, the X people, the Tomorrow people. What the fuck is that David Bowie song? No, it's Heroes. Never mind. Or fuck.
We could be heroes just for one day.
That song is okay. I don't know. I think it's okay.
That's a good song.
It's whatever. I'm not the biggest fan of David Bowie, but I don't know. How would you like explain the point of Dark Souls? I'll meet you at the outside the fucking boss thing, but
well, it is medieval. It is dark fantasy.
Point down,
It
bro. So
consists-
I didn't even see that much, and yeah, whenever the fucking invader beat me, he pointed down. Whatever. I could give two shits. I'm playing a literally a fucking game, a game that someone else thought up, and then I'm gonna get mad at someone pointing down at me. All right, that's bet. Like fuck that, bro. I got itchiness upon my nuts that demands more attention than that. But anyways, what doesn't make my nuts itch these days? But to closing point of Dark Souls is to beat up enemies, kill bosses, and get good. The point, if Soulsbro were to explain it to you, the point is to press circle and don't die, basically.
Press circle and don't die because you roll.
Basically, but so about this Prometheus, I don't know that I have it
Soul is a
anymore.
soul, whereas death is infinite. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Because I kind of have an interest in watching Alien Covenant because it's the next one, but I also don't because I'm not that into aliens. But
it's okay. I just like
I
the only
don't
thing
know.
that's good and carries it is David's shit. David's story.
yeah, because I know what happens to Elizabeth Shaw in the next movie.
Yeah,
No spoiler.
they're gonna
but
make apparently they're not making a sequel this time. They're making a prequel before that day happened or before that happened.
So
it's
in
like
the middle
between.
of Prometheus
in
and Alien
between.
Covenant. Oh, I have a thing. Okay, so I have a story, basically.
I'm at the bonfire.
Huh? For what? No, I'm outside of Dragon Slayer armor.
No, because we're going to Twin Princes.
Oh, we're doing that shit? My bad. I didn't even
Yeah.
know. I thought we were still doing Dragon Slayer armor. No cap. Yeah, I don't know what we're doing, Majin Tatsu. I don't even know what plan I'm on right now. Anyways,
The whole point of this podcast is to review a movie as we play video games
yeah, basically. Fuck, I took the wrong
and
elevator.
talk about topics.
Talk,
but
talk-
yeah, to
talk
sum it
about,
up,
why our nuts itch.
to get more in depth of the whole movie, but it was also to question religion. It also has like a religious aspect to it.
Yeah, because Elizabeth
I don't know
Shaw
if you
is a Christian, and
Yeah,
even
because
though
when they find it, her dude is like, I'm sorry.
well, even though Elizabeth Shaw finds proof that humans were made by someone else, she still believes in her religion because she says like, well, who created them? So like, I guess it's got something to do with like having faith with like having I guess faith in general, I guess. And I mean, maybe, and this is like a topic that we can go into like forever, but maybe having faith is not really seeking the truth, but more of, I guess, just having faith. I don't fucking know, but I don't know. I don't have faith, obviously, so I wouldn't be able to explain. But I have a story of because this isn't the first time I've watched Prometheus. I saw like a little bit of it when I went with like my uncle and my brother to like Dallas to drop off my grandmother with like some family, and like we were there, and I was sitting down on the fucking couch, right? Because like everyone speaks like fluent Spanish, or at least primarily Spanish, and I am all right at my Spanish. So I'm sitting down, right, and like they have a TV on, and I'm like, whatever, I'm just chilling. It was like cold, so they gave me like hot chocolate. I remember the hot chocolate being fucking like a little. I don't know how they made it, but it had like fucking like pulp in it. You know what I mean? Um, Andrea Carlos would know what I'm talking about. I think we talked about it a little bit, but like the hot chocolate.
Abuelita?
Yeah, I think it was that. It had like little a skin to it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think that's because the surface dries up. That's why.
That shit's grody. Anyways, it's gross. That shit's disgusting. But so I'm sitting down on the couch, right? And like I'm kind of just like I don't know what they're talking about in the kitchen, but I'm just like kind of sitting down like, you know what? I'm going to watch TV while we're here cuz I don't know these people. I don't speak Spanish fluently or fluent enough to be an active conversation. I'm also young as fuck. So, um I'm sitting down, right? And they have like a little small little like box TV, like the ones that everyone basically used to have. So also fucking like yellow, white and red connectors on the front. But they have on Prometheus, and I knew it was Prometheus because I remember the woman, the Naomi Rapace, I think, who plays Elizabeth Shaw. And so I'm sitting down, and like it's in Spanish subtitles, obviously, right? But it's like this. It's like when you watch Telemundo or whatever, and it has on an English, an originally English dubbed movie, and they just dub it over in Spanish.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was watching. I was watching Prometheus, but it was dubbed in Spanish, and I watched it from the point um,
¿Por qué?
where
No.
it's the pinche way, where Elizabeth gets impregnated with the fucking alien squid thing with the Futanari monster, and she has to cut it out of herself. So I'm there, I'm watching this shit. They're all talking and laughing. Off to the side, let's watch Shrek in Spanish. I'd be down to watch Shrek in Spanish. That'd be funny as fuck. But like everyone is like talking in the table next to me, right?
Mi swampe.
And, and my sign is down, by the way. I right outside the Twin Princes. But anyways, everyone is sitting down and they're like
Alright.
they're talking, they're laughing, they're being really loud and all that stuff. Everyone's having a good time. And I'm sitting down on this fucking couch watching this like fucking movie, and I'm like, what the fuck is going on? I didn't know what the movie was about. I didn't know because I was still under the impression that it was just like a random movie because it's not called fucking it's not called Alien Part whatever. It's called Prometheus. So I'm sure it was for a reason. I actually like it better as Prometheus and not Alien 43, the Electric Boogaloo times 3. Like, oh my god, I hate those like repeating titles. But I'm sitting and I'm watching fucking these robots cut into Elizabeth Shaw's stomach and pull out this fucking squid, and like it's like writhing around. I'm like, what the fuck am I watching, dude? I don't know where I am. I'm in Dallas. I'm far from home. Everyone is speaking Spanish. I'm like really just
Please save me.
experiencing.
I'm under the water. Please save me.
Yeah, and I'm sitting there with this fucking glass of abuelita fucking chocolate that has skin on top of it, and I'm watching this fucking weird ass movie where I can see their mouths moving in English, but their voices are Spanish, and so it was a weird experience. I just kind of sat there, and we ended up leaving before the movie ended. So the last thing I saw was I think maybe um, when they go to meet Wayland to go like, all right, let's go wake up the engineer, and then they fucking get beat the fuck with that dude's head. But it was a weird like. I remember that was the first time I watched it, and I've been kind of interested in it ever since. I think that was like maybe years ago when it came out, but I do remember that
Because it's all supposed to be
vividly.
like alien horror, like sci-fi alien horror.
Well, I was just weirded out because like, what the fuck is going on? I didn't know what I was watching basically, but anyway,
Yeah.
that's my little backstory of like how I became acquainted with Prometheus. Alan
Yeah.
7, Futanari Strikes
Wow.
Back. Yeah, the whole gang's here, Soulsbro, fucking me, Naotic, Majin, all the gang,
Hey.
all the I don't know what our clan name would be. Um, the Futanari
Souls Hub.
the Futanari fraternity. There you go. Uh, the fuck. Oh, I got nothing. I want to come up with some sort of homoerotic thing with tentacles, but I mean I got nothing. The Chads, nah, that's too easy. That's too self-complimentary. What do we fucking think we got? We think we have a good self-esteem? Nah, we got to be self-deprecating, bruh. So Nathan, to close off.
Yeah.
So I know you're probably going to be a 10 out of 10, right? C'est magnifique, the magnificent, show-stopping, jaw-dropping, amazing. What's your rating for this movie?
Well, I'd say like 8 out of 10,
Ooh, an
actually,
8. Yikes.
because
Ridley
I don't know,
Scott's not going to be very happy.
they lacked explanation where it just raised questions,
Mm-hmm.
but also, that just leaves the audience to like go in depth because they just look that shit up from themselves, do their research, know their fucking
Yeah,
history and
I
Greek
kind of
mythology
like that
and
type of
Prometheus and
storytelling.
stuff. Yeah, because I didn't know what Prometheus was in 2012. I was like, what the fuck is this? But it was like a prequel to Alien, and then until I heard I heard the whole ideology behind it. So I was like, oh, it's metaphorical, but also it really relates to what the meaning was. So, because yeah, they. Oh my god.
Yeah, he always does that. Bitch, bitch.
Yeah.
Oh.
It really, so what Ridley Scott basically said, it just,
Whoa.
it mainly reflects off of religion, because here's the thing, I was also gonna say, because,
Come on,
when-
Nathan's a real test. Can you keep a straight thought while fighting the boss?
so it raises a question if it really, if humanity really mattered with religion when it comes to finding proof of, ancient civilization or actual extraterrestrial, and I don't know why I'm being so monotone, because I'm trying to focus.
No! Oh, it scared me. Fuck. We pretty much got him, though.
Here's the crazy part, because at the beginning, it was supposed to reflect that God created the heavens and the earth, is what Ridley Scott apparently said in that shit. Because he was creating shit, and when the black ooze fell in his body, he sacrificed his body to put those genetics a part of that world to like create life. So it evolved in that planet, and everyone, it's interpretational. People ask him, "So is that Earth?" He's like, let's just say he's in the middle creating life.
Okay.
So I guess he's like, he doesn't want to unveil too much, but then he'll say something.
Well, I think I like that type of. I like that type of storytelling, though. It's the same thing that Dark Souls does, where it kind of gives you like pieces. It gives you more questions than answers, and kind of expects you to do the work to sort of like figure it out. I kind of like that, though. It kind of gives like it gives the audience a sense of like they have their own sort of intelligence, where it's not like spoon fed to them. I know I'm sounding like a fucking Dark Souls fucking lore video. It's not like Vati Vidya, but I don't know. I like that shit. I think it's like it's interesting, and not that it's like new. Did you die?
No, I'm good. I'm good.
I'm about to die. Fuck. No.
But yeah, it also somebody went in depth about it because.
Damn it.
Ridley Scott said something about that how Christianity played a role for Shaw, because he wanted to know. Okay, then how did apparently the reason why those beings came to Earth and those people made carvings was because that was supposed to signify like an Old Testament that God will return again at one point, and that those beings dropped a being like them. He did miracles. He performed miracles. He did like all these crazy acts.
Oh, so it's supposed to be
who does
like
that signify?
The big man upstairs.
Now everyone's saying, "Holy shit,
J-boy.
That was Jesus that they took." And when he said he ascended to the heavens,
he might have gone in a ship. I've heard of that theory before.
Yeah, that they took a child and they returned him from them. So that was apparently Jesus. So I thought that was a crazy theory. And that they took him to teach him their ways, and then they brought him back so they can he can teach them what the true meaning of life and perfect life in a paradise is. So
interesting.
I thought that was insane. And then so they saw the whole story throughout this movie, how humans in their barbaric nature resulted into like making AIs want to ascend above gods and stuff, and want to ascend above their, so they saw it as a threat and they thought they failed. That's why he killed them, and that's why humanity killed Jesus, or they wanted to eliminate him.
Yeah, it was for fucking like.
Yeah, but then again, it's a movie. It's not to question anyone's. Yeah, it's not to question anyone's faith, but it really makes you think like the reason of the creation of life.
Well, I think it's just like science fiction in general. I think that's why I like science fiction a lot, because it talks.
I like how
like it tries to sort of answer questions that we have about life and about space and about just like shit of
Yeah.
the human experience, they try to answer that by posing sort of these these sort of out there sci-fi situations. Like I don't know if you've ever heard of this book, Nathan. It's called "The Moon is a Harsh Mistress." That's a good book. I think I
Mm.
still might have it. Have you ever heard of it?
No, I've never
It
heard of
might
that.
be "A Moon is a Harsh Mistress." It might be another book. I think it is "The Moon is a Harsh Mistress." I took an intro or a science fiction class in college, and
Yeah.
they had us read that. Was it fucking "The Moon is a Harsh Mistress"? I think it was. I really do. Or was it?
Moon of the Heart Mistress plus Moonlight Greatsword
It
equals Berserk reference.
ah, there
I'm
we go.
sorry.
The
Go ahead.
fucking Moonlight Greatsword isn't even in Berserk. I'm sure everyone's crying over that one.
Nah,
No,
I'm just saying Moonlight. Moonlight
Miyazaki,
boy. Oh.
why?
Even in the darkest times, I can still see the moonlight.
I don't.
Miyazaki, who hurt you?
I'll have to like double check on this. It's Let me check on my phone. But basically, this book it's stock. I think it's like I think it came out in the 70s or something, and like
Uh,
this one's fucking like it was crazy because it talks about this guy who goes to a distant planet or whatever the fuck, right? It's been a while since I fucking read it, but it might not be Hardest Mistress. I don't know. It's one of those, but it's um, the I'm fucking stuttering, but like the race of people that lives on this planet, they're like
yeah.
they have both genders. You know what I mean? They're able to switch based on like instantaneously. Like I'm talking to you, right? I'm a
Reversal
dude.
ring?
Like I'm a dude
Yeah.
right now, right? But then
Yeah. Are you?
I'm I think I am. I don't know. By current standards, I'm a man. So I mean, I guess I'm going with that. But
Let it be known and clear. DB Howard
I'm
is
a
a male.
man.
I'm actually
But
pansexual.
these like alien beings are able to change their gender. So like I think a lot of them when I
Whoa.
think any of them can become pregnant in a relationship, right? Like say
Yeah.
I'm in a relationship, right? I think it depends. They might go through cycles or something, but it depends on what stage the aliens are in during their development that determines which one will carry the baby for whatever. So on the surface they have no gender because they're able to just move. It's not even separate the way they see gender. It's just a state of being, a current state of being. And what the book kind of explores is sort of like not only like homosexual relationships but also just sort of more, I guess, gender spectrum relationships in general, because in the book, this guy who comes from Earth, he's a guy. He's stuck in his gender of male. He ends up having this like connection with a alien who first presents themselves as a man, and
Interesting.
so but they have this like connection where like it almost seems like it's kind of like a sort of love or something. And I think I don't know. I really liked the book because it goes into sort of like how love isn't so tied into what gender you are, and if you take gender away, you're still able to feel that strong sort of connection with someone else. I need to figure out what it is. I have the book in my closet, but I don't want to fucking leave and just kind of like, oh, see you later. Like, man, I'll probably next podcast if I remember, I'll fucking declare it or something. I forget what the fuck it's called. I'm so mad. I can see the book cover in my head. It's like it has like a glacier on it. Like
Yeah.
fuck. But I think that's what I like about a lot about science fiction. Like with Prometheus, where it deals with these sort of like questions about God and about the creation of man. In this book, it talks about sort of, I guess, gender nuances and sort of the connections we build with people according to their gender. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And our
We have a
sexual
guest.
orientation.
Yeah.
Ah, Onion Boy. There he is.
Majin.
Everybody, this is
This
Majin.
is Majin.
He is
Say hi, Majin.
upside
Go ahead and give
down.
us a wave.
I was about to say, I didn't know if he's in the chat, but
Give us a wave and
anyway,
tell us if you're okay.
what I would rate Prometheus is This dude with the fucking prism crystals. I hate my life. Anyways, let's go. What I would say about Prometheus, I don't know. I liked it. I think I'm kind of getting sick of doing like the number thing because like I get kind of like numbers are so like kind of like my mind wants to say trite. I don't know if that's the right term, but
Yeah.
like I don't know. I did enjoy the movie. I enjoyed it more than I thought I would. The landscapes and the cinematography are fucking beautiful. I loved
man.
wherever the
That
shooting.
was- That topped it.
Yeah, the shooting location. I love that shit.
Yeah, that had me sold.
That was it was a very beautiful movie. Like very well shot and shit like that.
Yes.
I think concept-wise, I am interested now in sort of like the lore. I might read up on it or watch some videos on it. I know I watched videos analyzing Prometheus and Alien Covenant in the past without knowing about or without having watched it.
Because it's crazy that like how aliens evolved was because, you know,
Human
because of
intervention.
men.
Yeah, because the fucking alien
Yeah.
gets impregnated in Elizabeth Shaw, then it
So,
fucking
the
combines with
xenomorphs-
the engineer.
The xenomorphs have our DNA, which is also crazy.
Yeah, they have both the engineers and our DNA, which is like when I saw that I connected the dots like immediately.
Yeah, that was amazing.
But anyways, so that was Prometheus.
Yes.
If you guys saw it or have seen it, feel free to let us know.
Dear brother.
But
There is a second one. It's called Alien Covenant. It is
Prometheus
decent.
2.
It's not as. I don't think it's good as Prometheus, but it is satisfying.
yeah, a lot of
It
people said it
is.
was a little like disappointing, but I mean,
Unyielding.
Yeah,
I haven't
because
seen it.
just the way they wrote the characters and how they, made, I mean, because the only thing that you see basically carry the whole thing is David
yeah, the
and
android.
his
For
art.
that is
Yeah, and he has a
ours.
tie to the prequel, like right before Ripley storyline, and it's crazy. But yeah, that's the only thing that kept me going.
Covenant
Everyone
was
else
okay.
is just like, who the?
yeah.
Yeah, everyone else
That's
is
what I
just like, who is this? And they were just like pawns to be part of the story, to I guess to be eliminated or die for a reason. But yeah,
Well, because he
but
saw
it's
him
still good
as
story
experiments.
wise.
I think it's okay. I wonder
Yeah.
if they make books about this shit. I'd read a book about it.
Oh, dude, definitely. I don't know if they do, but if they do, I definitely give it a peek. Shrek face.
Okay.
Poggers. It was definitely a Poggers movie.
Oh fuck, Pog. I thought it was okay. Whoa, 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 whoa. Why they come after me, bruh? I'm literally just
But
vibing.
yeah, that sums up our review, my review at least on my end on towards it, and the whole in depth.
Fuck. Before everybody leaves, because we start talking about like random shit, I have a suggestion for. Fuck, I don't know where he's at. I don't know where he's at. I have a suggestion for the next movie. It is on Netflix this time, because with Prometheus, I paid, or like I didn't pay. I did like a free version of HBO. I might watch Euphoria, no cap, because fucking I've been meaning to watch Euphoria for a minute. I feel like it's gonna make me want to kill myself, but I also feel like it's like a good series. But the next movie I want us to review is called Good Time. It's on Netflix. It's like I think it's like a heist or like a thriller type of movie. Robert Pattinson is in it. But it's like an indie
Oh,
movie.
is it by A24 film? A24 is really good.
I don't know.
They have a good production.
A24
Yeah,
puts
that's
out
by
like
A24.
indie bangers like pretty much daily.
Yeah, it's becoming big now. I mean, I don't blame it. That's really good on their success because they make really good movies. That's where I watched Ex Machina was like a good indie movie that I first was introduced to.
I think a problem that I have with A24 currently, so the podcast will continue. Okay, so yeah, we can talk about that for a little bit. Cause before today, I was kind of thinking about the longevity of this podcast. Because I don't know, man. Like sometimes I do feel, I guess with any sort of project you create, you kind of feel drained by it sometimes. I think really
Thanks,
when
Majin.
I preach for the help, Majin. We're fucking getting our ass beat, but
We're gonna be at Kiln. We're gonna be at Kiln right now.
I feel like, and this is something that we can talk about it here now. This will be the first time I'm pitching it to Nathan, but what I want to try and do, just to make things more interesting and I guess more like moving forward, I guess, maybe we can try and get like some guests on and like have like dedicated, like the movies, but also like dedicated sort of like the topics were like because like
Yeah.
not Soulsbro, but my friend Diego, fucking like
Oh.
because he's like something of an ink master. So I was thinking about maybe having him on. I talked to him a little bit, but having him on and talking about sort of like the different styles of tattooing and the histories of inking or whatever, because he went to Mexico for like a year or like for a summer to sort of like intern at this like tattoo shop that his uncle works at that's kind of known because his uncle was in he was in like a National Geographic show called Taboo a couple years back, but he knows about art history and stuff like that. Like that was his like he basically went to college down there in Mexico City, I think. I
That's
think it was Mexico
interesting.
City. So yeah, I'd want to I'd want to get in touch with these sort of people where we can have conversations about sort of like uh, specific topics and like sort of people who are specialized in their field, not sort of taking a page out of like a Joe Rogan or like a more serious podcast, but just sort of like talking
Yeah.
talking about specific things with specialized individuals, like tattooing with my friend Diego, or I think I have a friend named Alan who he successfully, or I guess I don't know, he's on his own right now, but he produces and records music. So I wanted to maybe ask him if he would like to be on the podcast and talk about sort of some stories that he might have from producing and recording music in the Houston scene. 'Cause I know he's done a bunch of different projects, and he used to be a part of
Yeah.
Murder on Tape Audio, and now he's on
Oh.
I think Nerve Audio, I think. But I'd want to talk to him and get like sort of like whatever. And if you have any guests too, Nathan, that you know about who specialize in like I don't know whatever. For
Yeah.
right now, I can only think of our friends. Maybe get on Jose to talk about
Yeah.
fucking like tech shit or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, apparently
Okay.
you can ask Diego Andrea, but he told me when I first met him in high school that like his uncle was on like not like it was like on a TV show called Taboo or whatever. They did a little thing on I
Alright,
guess
I'm at Kiln.
tattooing or whatever. And
Yeah.
since his uncle's pretty like pretty based, he's pretty good at it. He got a spot on the thing. I'm gonna fucking die. I'm not even gonna start a fight with these guys. So I don't know.
I'm at
I've
the
been
Kiln.
thinking about that.
The
Just
last boss.
okay. Just to make things more interesting, I've also been thinking about like maybe introducing like a musical aspect, like how we did with Souls Bros Everywhere at the End of Time recommendation, because I really did enjoy that. I feel like maybe like I don't know, and again I'm pitching this to you right now, so it may or may not become a thing. But what I was thinking is like maybe like at the end of every month, what we could do is like have a segment where we talk about like an album that we had a whole month to listen to and kind of like get through and get our thoughts.
Yeah.
Like I'd be
I think
down. I'd be
that's
down
a
for
really
that.
good idea.
Yeah, because that way we have movies, we have movie reviews, we have sometimes like specialized guests come on, and then every month at the end of the month we talk about an album that we suggest to each other at the end of the month. Right now we're in the beginning of the month, so we can really suggest an album if we wanted to right now to talk about. Yeah, we could do the music talk. Yeah.
Yeah. So like we say a topic in advance, and then if you guys want to hop on, we're open arms. By the same week, you're on live. Speak.
Basically.
If you
Kill
have
the
a
first
PS4.
flame, right?
Yeah.
Well,
Kill the
yeah.
first one.
If not, then we can do food review. I mean,
Oh yes.
food review. I don't know. I'm not too much of a gustatory man myself. Well, I can kind of like, I don't know. I'd have to be,
I am a ASM artist in the making, so
bro, chill out. I might have to listen to your videos to go to sleep. No cap, no cap. Bro, you ever like fall asleep listening to ASMR and you wake up and you're watching fucking like airplane training videos? It's like, what the fuck is going on? Oh, we have a
are you
recommendation.
still watching Netflix?
We have a recommendation for an album. Okay, so what we could do, yeah. So Nathan, are you down for having like at the end of every month we talk about an album that we suggest at the beginning of the month?
Sure. Yeah, I'm down for that.
Okay. Ronan, I guess you can go ahead and suggest the album. The entire Viper catalog. Fuck you, Ronan. Get the hell out of here. Viper, kill yourself, my man. Y'all cowards don't even smoke crack. Those are actual names of his fucking albums. Viper has
Disclaimer:
released.
that was not a threat or self-harm. So if you plan to do self-harm, please get help and insert facilities.
No, yeah, it's been rough for all of us here in the world with all this crazy shit going on. Fucking Donald Trump declaring that he won, even though all the fucking counts weren't counted for.
Yeah,
We did it, and
he
it's like,
cracked himself.
sorry, King.
We got invaded by a lost soul. Come on,
Bruh.
Gabe.
Well, we can let me see.
Where are you? Where's your sign at?
It's right by the boss gate. Nah, Ronan,
Okay.
let me see if I can suggest some shit real quick. Or Nathan, do you have an album review that we could do possibly?
No, I thought we were gonna. Oh, bruh.
Because we're not listening to the
Majin
entire
died
Viper
right before my
fucking
eyes.
the entire Viper discography. Because Viper, he's a rapper. I guess from Houston. I didn't know this, but Gemini by Machine Girl. So we're getting requests from Gemini by Machine Girl. I think I've listened to a couple of Machine Girl songs. I know it's kind of like, let me pull one up right now. I know it's kind of like, I want to say like kind of like out there and like industrial, or like sort of like maybe. Yeah, I've listened to Wolf Girl. I've listened to Wolf Girl. I've listened to Machine Girl. Shit goes like fucking crazy. Gemini by Machine Girl. Let me just. Yeah, I think I know. This is like out there shit. So I don't know, Nathan. If you want, I'm down to review Gemini by Machine Girl at the end of the month.
Gemini. Yeah, I'll be down. I have barely even listened to their music, so I have to like listen to it thoroughly. Yeah.
Stun locked, bro. I hate getting fucking stun locked. We
Where's Martian?
lost the Sea Departure songs. All right, Souls, bro. I'll keep a list of all the things you guys, all the albums you guys like suggest, so we can kind of like go through it. But I guess Nathan, if you're down, and I guess Ronan, if you want to be a guest on it, we'll talk about it later. But we can listen to the album Gemini by Machine Girl, and anyone else if you want to get involved too. We can arrange something. We have a big podcast where everyone's involved or whatever. I don't really give a shit. Oh, you're being invaded by someone. I'm over here giving the pitch. But yeah, all right. So the next movie for next week is going to be Good Time. It's starring Robert Pattinson.
Nice. All right. Good time.
The movie or the album that we will be reviewing at the end of the month, the last Wednesday of the month, is Gemini by Machine Girl. And man, I don't know. I feel like that's like a good closing off.
Yeah, I think that sums it up for our movie review and other topics. Unless we want to talk about something.
Bro,
else.
this dude's sword sucks, bro. Just go into the boss arena. He'll go away.
We got Majin. No worry.
Oh my god, we're gonna gank this dude.
Oh, never mind. Oh, he's gonna give us. He's gonna buff us. Or let's get it. I'm going in.
Well, we have to wait,
I think that sums up our movie review. And
yeah, that feels like a pretty natural place to like cap it off. No cap. So anyways, I guess this is like a shorter.
Peeled Bananas was his name.
Peeled Bananas, bruh. At least it wasn't the one that Ronan got. That shit was just straight up racist. Fucking Miyazaki allowed this shit to happen. Bruh. But yeah, I don't know. That feels like a natural place to end it. I guess
all right.
Thanks everybody for like tuning in. We had like a good amount of people, like 7 people top
Nice.
in the watching, so that's pretty cool. I appreciate everyone who like watches and shit like that. I know Soulsbro, my man's a young lad. He's got stuff going on. Everyone's got stuff going on, especially right now, fucking coronavirus. But either way, I guess that's it. I don't know. We're gonna fucking move to the Guys Time podcast.
Yeah, we're currently in the works for it, so
Yeah,
no
so-
worries.
So I'll announce or like when we start like live streaming on that particular channel. But for now, the link is in the description for the Guys Time podcast, where we will be uploading all of the archived episodes of the podcast after they air live here. Again, soon we will be going live on the Guys Time podcast YouTube channel, but I will announce that the right before we do it. So anyways, yeah, thank you all for watching. Fucking Andrea, fucking exposed my
What'd you
secret
say?
identity. Whatever.
Dang, get doxed.
Yeah, whatever. But anyways, thanks all for watching, and eat my ass.